Hello everybody! Today we're going to be using the XYZ Vinci Jr. It's actually a really easy printer to print things on. The only problem I've had with it is when I first got it, the X-axis belt was a little bit loose, so we just had to tighten that up a little bit, but right after I tightened it up, it worked perfectly. So it's a pretty good machine. I like it. It works for what it needs to, and there's not a lot of maintenance that needs to go on other than, you know, the general changing the bed, putting the tape on it, and, you know, the filaments. So let's go ahead and get this Bulbasaur going. So let's get to it. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to need to do is take the old tape off the bed. Because obviously you can see there's a little bit of rough spots, and it doesn't really print well when it's not on the tape, or it kind of messes up. Let's go ahead and take this off. And then what we gotta do is get this tape. Try to rip this in the straightest line possible. Ah, shit! I ripped it. Alright, now that we got this tape correct, we're going to lay this as straight as we possibly can on the bed here. This is kind of a complicated process, but to get it straight with nothing in it to be able to mess up, no streaks, no lines, just gotta put this. Then we'll take this scraper and just try to get all of the blemishes out to make it perfectly straight. Now that we got that all flat, we can take this knife and just cut it. Have that perfect, and then we'll just trim the edges off a little bit over here. And then it is perfect. Ta-da! Alright, now the next step that we're going to do is change the filament. Currently, right now, we have a natural color in there, and we could make Bulbasaur white, but we might as well make him green, right? So let's go ahead and get that started. Alright, the first thing that we're going to have to do is go to the utilities, then change spool, and then go to unload filament. Then we press the OK for unloading. Right now, it's currently heating up the extruder, so that way we can take the stuff out. And while we wait, we might as well get this out of the package. This nice little clear green. The extruder needs to get up to temp so that way it can release the current amount of filament that's inside. So right now it's at about 180 degrees Celsius. And as you can see, there's a little bit coming out over here, and that's all the extras that was inside. Now it's currently pushing it out. Just pull it a little bit, and you can see, well, that's like that. Get this out. And then we'll press OK. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to have to do is load the filament. So all we're going to need to do is go to load. Let's go ahead and put this on here real quick. And find the end of it, which is right here. And go to... Then what we're going to have to do is stick this in here. Hit the release button, push it on up there. And then go ahead to go to load filament and press OK. Then watch it go very slowly. And once again, it needs to heat up. It's slowly turning. As you can see, the extruder is pushing out a little bit of the extra white stuff. So I'm not not doing this exactly the way that you're supposed to, but honestly, it's my first time really loading and unloading everything, so I'm learning just as much as you are. And that's not supposed to happen. As you can see, there's a little bit of green that's coming out there. That means it is loading properly. Pushing a little bit through. And then what we gotta do is press OK to return. Obviously it's loading. So the next thing that we're going to have to do is pull out this little green stuff that's coming out, which it doesn't seem to stop. You see all that? That's all garbage. And then we go home, and then the next thing that we're going to do is get the program ready so we can send it over to the computer and get this baby started. So what we're going to do is go to xyzware, and we're going to go to import, go to desktop because I already put it in there, and we're going to choose Bulbasaur low poly. After that we'll go to print, go back to advanced and see. Look, it changed it back to rectangular, low, normal, standard. We're gonna go to fast. And then I think all of those should be good. So we can go to print. And then we go to print. It is currently receiving job and building. I kind of forgot a step, so let's do that real quick before it starts. What we're going to do is take this glue stick, because sometimes if we don't take the glue stick, it doesn't like to stick to the platform very well, and it just makes a big goopy pile. So we're just going to put this right behind here. Make sure we get the middle at least. And wait for this thing to heat up. First, the printer is going to be doing its test strip just to make sure that it's doing it right. Now all we gotta do is let it go. As you can currently see, it says it's going to take about an hour and 54 minutes, but that might change because this thing never likes to count time right, so we'll come back to this in a little bit. Now that it is completed, we are going to press the OK button, and then I'm going to show you what we have to do next. Alright, looks like the print is all done. So the next thing that we gotta do is just take it off the print bed, and sometimes that's just as easy as pulling it like that, and it's perfect. It is absolutely perfect. It came off, it didn't tear the bed tape, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. It turned out great. And that's really all that is to it. We have just made a 3D printed low poly Bulbasaur. So all it did was take an hour in the printer, and it's all good. And we're done. Done. Hey! I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment below, and maybe check out some of my other videos, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I guess we're all done, so until next time, bye!